Tonight, a recap of the Cougs' big win over Cal.
And a new addition to the WSU Board of Regents.
Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Jennifer Power.
And I'm Jasmine Durachi. Welcome to Murrow News 8. Tonight we begin with another Cougar football Saturday. Dads and their students enjoyed yet another Cougar win at Martin Stadium. That makes 12 straight wins at home. This weekend's victim, the California Golden Bears. The Cougs defeated Cal 19-13 after a defensive struggle ended with quarterback Gardner Minshew connecting with Aesop Winston on a 10-yard touchdown with 32 seconds remaining. Minshew ended his day with 334 yards, and the Cougs advanced to 8-1 on the season. According to the AP poll, WSU remains ranked 10th in the nation, with the college football playoff rankings coming out tomorrow. We'll update you when that news becomes available.
And with that huge victory Saturday night and Dad's weekend in the books, I found out how the surrounding community prepares for big weekends like the one we just had. A few times a year, the city of Pullman welcomes visitors for weekend events like Dad's Weekend, Mom's Weekend, and the rare College Game Day. This Dad's Weekend in particular sold out Martin Stadium with a capacity of just over 35,000. So you might wonder, how does a small town like Pullman prepare for all of these people?
It's basically all hands on deck. Nobody takes weekends or game days off, and everybody helps out. And it's even to the point where we'll have the owner, his wife, and then most of our bigger managers too. They'll stay and they'll help all day. We just, plan for big things.
Businesses like Dismore's, College Hill, the Coug, and the WSU bookstore are just a few on the list of local businesses that benefit from these people. They make a significant amount of money while visitors are here.
It's about triple during Dad's Weekend, and actually even like with game day 2 weeks ago, we made more this weekend in a shorter amount of time than we did on game days.
Normally the bookie looks like this, with just a few people browsing the racks. But on big weekends, the bookie erupts with parents and alumni buying the latest gear. WSU's athletic department isn't exempt from long hours either, planning weeks in advance to make sure fans have the best experience possible.
It was so cool to see everyone in their mustaches and their headbands and people actually wearing the stuff and participating.
Ultimately, the city of Pullman's local businesses thrive off of big weekend events that invite visitors to town.
Did you have fun with your dad this weekend, Jenny?
Yeah, we had a blast. And everywhere we went, they were so great too.
Oh, that's so fun. I was an orphan, but still had a lot of fun hanging out with all the dads. On November 2nd, in honor of Dia de los Muertos, students celebrated the holiday at Ensminger Pavilion. Kayla Bautista explains what this event means to WSU students.
WSU students come together to celebrate Dia de los Muertos. The event is hosted annually by ASWSU Mecha, La Hermandad de Omete, and Mujeres Unidas. To many students, this event holds a special place in their heart.
It's a big part of Mexican culture. It's just a nice way to remember our loved ones and kind of keep those roots of our heritage alive even when we're away from home.
La Hermandad de Omete president, Leo Covarrubias, says he loves the Dia de los Muertos celebration at WSU because of all the decorations, music, and people.
Just everything about it, really. I really love the holiday. I'm just starting to celebrate it personally, and I know that this is something I'm really going to get myself into.
During Dia de los Muertos, people remember their loved ones by taking photos, lighting candles, and leaving food. It's a day to celebrate.
I think it's just remembering our loved ones, because oftentimes, we go throughout our days and, we don't really think about the purpose, why we're here, how much time we have with our loved ones, and just being able to remember the ones that have passed away and also, appreciate the ones that are still here.
Kayla Bautista, Murrow News 8.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee appointed a new member to the WSU Board of Regents. Lisa Keoho-Kaloli Shower currently serves as president of Point North Consulting and chair of the Washington State University Vancouver Advisory Council. Her other leadership roles within the Vancouver area include Vice President of Business Development, Senior Vice President of Chief Operating Officer of McKay Sposito, a civil engineering and land surveying company. Schauer also teaches communication strategies at Portland State University and Clark College.
WSU's women's soccer team found out their postseason fate earlier today. The Cougs will host the University of Montana on Friday at 7 p.m. The Cougs got the 8th seed and made the tournament for the 2nd straight year and the 7th time in the last 8 years. The Cougs hope to improve on their Sweet 16 finish from last season. This year, the Cougs come off of one of their most successful seasons in school history, finishing with a record of 12-5-1. When we come back, we look into the upcoming events on campus for Veterans Day.
And issues with voter registration forms in Whitman County when Murrow News 8 returns.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning. 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash? 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
Whitman County election officials say they want to resolve problems caused by inaccurate or incomplete voter registration forms. The issues seem to stem from a large quantity of registration packets turned in just prior to the October 8th registration deadline, all from WSU. People began receiving their ballots in the mail 2 weeks ago. However, 150 returned as undeliverable. Despite the issues, County Auditor Eunice Coker says she remains confident in the county's ability to conduct tomorrow's election.
With Veterans Day only a week away, the ASWSU Student Veterans Committee has many events planned to pay tribute to servicemen and women. Aijane Taylor joins us with information on ways service members and students can participate. Aijane?
Thanks, Jasmine. The Student Veterans Committee will honor veterans, current service members, and dependents through a series of events this week. This year, the events will not only center on the impacts of wars on veterans, but also those close to them.
Veterans Committee, it's really to target those students who are veterans, just so that they know that they are valued here at WSU, that they know they have a place here within ASWSU, and that they're important to our student population.
The committee partnered with 30 other Washington State-based schools and Operation Gratitude, a nonprofit organization, to write letters to veterans, deployed members, and their dependents. They will set up a table to write these letters from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Wednesday here on Glen Terrell Mall. And on Thursday, a mobile veterans clinic from Spokane will come and see veterans all day on Glen Terrell Mall. The clinic will provide checkups, access to setting up health care, and answers to medical questions. To conclude the events, the committee will hold the traditional veterans ceremony, including the recessional march. The ceremony begins at noon on Friday at the Veterans Memorial on campus.
The committee hopes that both students and those who have never served in the military will participate in this week's events. They hope that they will be able to not only honor our veterans, but also help educate and build relationships and an understanding with others. Aijane Taylor, Murrow News 8.
When we return, Emma Jerome brings you the latest updates on the weather.
Stay tuned.
Can you feel the sun? Oh,
Baby, it's getting cold outside. Emma Jerome joins us in the Weather Center so we can find out just how chilly. Emma?
Thanks, Jennifer. If you look outside right now, you will see that it is about 48 degrees right now. Or actually, sorry, that's 42. It only got to 48 today, and although that might not seem cold to some, that is actually the warmest it's going to get all week. You might have also noticed while walking to class that it's kind of like that half rain, half like sleet sort of thing, and I know personally that I don't like it, but it's not my job to tell you guys whether or not it's gross weather or not. It just personally not a huge fan. Going more statewide, we'll see that the coldest it's going to get is actually in Spokane and Pullman with those upper 40s, low 50s. It's going to peak weather in about the middle of Washington State, with Yakima seeing a high of 62 degrees and a low of 32. You see that it's actually really dramatic in that shift of weather. When it goes below freezing, we might actually see that snow. And tomorrow, we'll see a high of 50 or 45 in the afternoon, a low of 42 in the morning, and 39 rounding out the evening with a little bit of that rain. Going more into our 5-day forecast, we'll notice that it's going to stay a little bit raining and more cloudy over the whole rest of the week, but Wednesday 45, Thursday 46. Thursday actually is our only day that we will experiencing a lot of sun, and you will notice that it actually will drop below freezing, and you know what that means? Hail. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Emma. Coming up, an update on the SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket's journey through the cosmos.
Don't go anywhere.
Tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
A roadster in space? SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket just passed through Mars's orbit after 9 months, an accomplishment among the more lofty of goals SpaceX set. The rocket should continue away from the sun, but not for much longer. It will eventually loop back toward the sun and orbit for, well, no one quite knows how long. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk says the rocket not blowing up during launch made the project a success on its own, making it one big feather in SpaceX's hat.
Thank you for watching. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 p.m. for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great night, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.